Welcome to EarthChangers, where we talk every week with people making a difference in the upstate. Change a mind, change a life, change the earth. Here's your host, Amy Hyder.
Good morning and welcome to EarthChangers. I'm Amy Hyder, your host, and joining me today is a member of the South Carolina Children's Theater. You know, someone doing great things for and with children all across the upstate. Michelle Ward. Michelle is the marketing director for the Children's Theater. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Amy.
And you've got a big show coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, we actually are in major rehearsals right now for Santa Claus, a new musical. Which will be opening at the Peace Center Gunner Theater December 2nd through the 10th. And we are so excited because we are actually the first theater in the state, maybe even the Southeast, to do this show.
Okay.
So we're very excited about that.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so Santa is tired. He is ready to retire after a 1,000-year run. So the show kind of goes into who's going to fill his boots. So to speak. Mrs. Claus is in it. There's some elves. There's reindeer. It's kind of the perfect recipe for a holiday musical show.
Right.
It is directed by Lauren Emhoff, who also is a dance teacher at Anderson and an employee of the South Carolina Children's Theater. And so she is an amazing choreographer and director, and the music is going to be fun, real fast-paced, upbeat. But there might be some sneaky elves in there trying to take over the job for Santa. So there's going to be a little mischief involved in this show, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to see Santa bring toys to all the good girls and boys. So we just kind of have to wait and see if that happens.
Now, like all of your shows, this is good for children of all ages, correct?
Absolutely. We really recommend if your child can sit through a movie, then they are going to love a show. I personally started bringing my twin boys to see shows at the age of 2, but we recommend usually 4 and up for our main stage shows.
Well, and every child is different.
Absolutely.
Know how they behave in a movie theater. If they can't stay still, if they can't keep seated, it might not be time yet.
Absolutely. And this is more entertaining than a movie and more interactive, and they see children their age on stage. So it's a lot of fun. If you haven't been, definitely give it a shot for this show.
And a wonderful introduction to theater for children.
Absolutely.
Okay, now what are the dates for Santa Claus, a new musical?
Okay, it's December 2nd through the 10th, and we run shows on Saturday mornings. Some Saturday afternoons we have a first Sunday, which is December the 4th, special discounted price for $18 for everyone.
Okay.
And that's at 5:30 on Sunday. And then we are real excited because for each of our holiday shows, we invite patrons on a certain night. So Friday, December the 8th, we'll have pre-show caroling in the lobby and on Main Street. And that's been a lot of fun the last couple of years, Amy.
That's right. I volunteered to do that.
You did.
I'm going to be caroling.
So you're going to be caroling with us.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay.
So we're doing that. And then we also are really excited to offer a sign language interpreted performance on that same evening for the deaf community. So we certainly encourage, if anyone has family members, children, or adults that are hard of hearing, that they would absolutely enjoy this show.
And having been in a show that was interpreted for the deaf, it's so engaging that you find yourself, I mean, we were backstage watching the monitors, watching the people doing the interpretation, because they're putting on a whole show by themselves. It's wonderful.
It really is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who can hear just fine, I'm engaged in it. And actually, I took my child to see The Miracle Worker, and we were sitting behind a row of deaf children, and I think he was mesmerized that there's this whole different way of speaking.
Right.
So it's really cool, and we are really excited to offer that. So we hope that we can bring some families in.
That's wonderful. And now, if somebody would like to get tickets, how can they get them?
So you can go to either our website or the Peace Center website. You can go directly to peacecenter.org, or you can call 467-3000. And what I want to mention is that Santa Claus is going to be in the lobby after every single performance. So with with the cost of that ticket, you don't have to stand in line and you don't have to pay for pictures and all the elves and reindeer. So it's kind of a fun picture perfect moment too. So we'll have that. But yes, real easy to get tickets, but we do recommend that you go ahead and get them as quickly as possible. We anticipate this show selling out pretty quickly. So
now that's one thing that I always love about the children's theater shows is the whole cast always comes out after the show to meet the children. So it's always like a princess meet and greet at Disney. You know, it's very thrilling for them.
Some people pay that for alone, you know.
Exactly. And when you think of something like Santa Claus, which people do go specifically to specific places and pay money to get pictures with, boom.
Right.
That's just about worth the price of admission right there.
Absolutely.
So, Santa Claus New Musical, December 2nd through the 10th. You can get tickets through Peace Center, also through the Children's Theater website, or call 467-3000, and I'm sure they're going to sell out soon.
I hope so.
But now that we've covered that, the show that's immediately coming up, let's get into the mission of the Children's Theater. Okay. I know that when I first moved here, Children's Theater was wonderful, involved a lot of children, taught a lot of children, and did kid-friendly shows.
Right.
But it seems to me the mission has shifted. Now the kid is completely the focus of what the shows are for.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, family time is so important as we get rushed and the new days of where we are in the world. Amy, I think that just sitting back with your family is the most important thing. And kids kind of make the decisions these days, it seems like. But no, we really do try to focus in, hone in, choose shows that are educational so families can feel good about bringing their children, so their children can learn the moral of a good story, or so using entertainment to educate, really. Yeah. But yes, the shows, and while we have adult actors and children actors, because we do believe that age appropriate is important to development, the kids are really the focus when we choose the shows.
Yeah, you never have to worry about if a show is kid safe or kid friendly.
Everything is appropriate. And, you know, I think there are a lot of shows out there that Broadway does that have a child as the main attraction. However, they cover some pretty serious stuff that you might not be ready to expose your child to.
Might be a sort of a landmine.
I had that happen. So anyway, so the issues are, everything is clean. There's nothing you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about your child getting in the car and being afraid or asking you tough questions. It's more about learning lessons and being educated.
And it's also a wonderful gateway into theater for a child. You don't have to struggle to find a show that a kid would be familiar with. They're going to know things like, I'm looking at the season here. You just did the show Pinkalicious.
Oh, right.
Every mother and father of a girl knows Pinkalicious.
Absolutely.
Junie B. Jones is coming up in January. Flat Stanley.
And every school in America reads Flat Stanley.
Exactly. You know? And then Madagascar musical adventure.
Yes, we're so
ending
excited.
Up the season. So that's a whole lot of things that kids will already know and be familiar with, so they can come and see it in a whole different way on stage.
Exactly. And it's inspiring to children to see other people their age, some that they even go to school with, doing this and just being a part of it.
Okay, and so that covers the show for right now. What I'd like to get into in the next segment is let's talk a little bit about the education and the outreach that the South Carolina Children's Theater does. We will be back with more EarthChangers right after this.